want to know what this kid told me.
Wait, what happened?
I think we're going live.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back from the dead. Welcome to another special 7 Express Live. I am your host, David, from Top Bunk Sports, and I got my guys, AP and Chris. Fellas, what is going on? How are we feeling?
A-Town down. What up? What up?
What's up? We doing good. It's September baseball, baby. That's what we're doing.
Yep. What, 22 games left? Like Soto?
Yeah.
Like
That's the man right there.
Yeah.
Soto's team right now.
Right, exactly. But nah, man, listen. Hey, this team ended up finding a spark. The sad part is that they were one of the best offensive teams in August, and they still managed to have a losing record. And it's only a Mets thing when that happens.
It only happens to the Mets, by the way.
11-17 to end the month of August. But they started with a bang in September, going to the house of the Detroit Tigers, who were 80-58 coming into that series and taking 2 out of 3. Game 1 and Game 2 scoring double digits, and then obviously losing in a heartbreaking fashion in Game 3. But like I said, setting the tone, taking 2 out of 3 in Detroit, and really, playing well against a pesky team in Detroit. I'll start off with you, Chris. Chris, what did you think about that series overall? Like, what were your negative, your positive thoughts on all that?
Well, the positive is the offense. Like, they scored 22 runs in, 23 runs, 24 in 3 games. So, if I'm not mistaken, it was 24 runs in 3 games. Back-to-back games with double-digit. The offense is just on another level right now. And hope they can keep it up. They got hot at the right time, the offense. Now, the pitching, other than McLean and Tong, for instance, or the other guys, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what planet they're on, but they got to get this shit together. And shout out to Ryan Helsley. That's all I got to say. I hope that man figures it out. I don't know how he's going to figure it out, because you cannot be throwing 102 miles per hour and still look like crap. I don't know how is that possible, but he's doing that, and hopefully he gets out of his head, because that's what it's a mental game. For him, it's mental. You can just tell it's mental. At this point, it's mental. And I hope he gets out of his way, because we're going to need him in the playoffs. Like, we're going to need that stuff in the playoffs. Like, we're going to need – let it all out now. Be a stinker. Let us boo him now. But in the playoffs, hopefully we got something to cheer about.
Right. Well, he lives up to his name. I'll tell you that much, because he puts himself in fucking hell with the shit that he's going through. So I listen.
He puts us through hell.
He puts us through hell. Right. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, AP. What's I know AP's about to go off right now. But AP, what's your thoughts on all this?
I honestly shout out to the offense, because it's been it's only been since the beginning of the year that I've been talking about that the offense had to carry this fucking bum ass pitching staff. So thankfully they woke up, because if not, who knows where that 11-17 record would have been. But yo, I don't understand what it is. This franchise, somebody must have did some crazy witchcraft on this team. But every time we get somebody here, some shit happens to them and they just turn to absolute garbage. This dude, Helsley, has given up more runs with the Mets in less games than his entire year with the Cardinals. I don't even understand. I don't know. This dude, at first he said he didn't understand his role. He was in the 8th inning. The number was maybe bugging him. He was like, I'm in the 8th, not the 9th. Huh? I don't know. And then now it's the tipping the pitches. And at one point, do you come to the conclusion that you just are ass? When does it hit you? I just suck. It's not that I'm tipping pitches. It's not that it's the 8th inning. Pretty soon, son, you're gonna be pitching no innings. How about that? Like, how about you just sit on the bench and never get in a game, and we never hear from you again? But like Chris said, I mean, there's a lot of positives to take out of that series because that was a big series. We haven't necessarily played great on the road this year. We were like what 6 or 7 games under 500 heading into that series. We just lost 3 out of 4 to the Marlins because the Mets always got to play down to the competition because why the hell not? But they showed up for those first two. I mean, they really made Detroit, who is the top seed right now of the AL, look like pussycats. So I mean, I didn't see no Tigers in that series. Even that last game, the Mets could have won. Had it not been for Marte hitting into that double play and Helsley even being put into the game, who knows? We could have swept them out of their own stadium. But we are now on to pretty much what I would say the second biggest series that the Mets have had this year after that Philly series. So we're heading into Cincinnati, and we're going to have two youngins pitching. So I mean, anything's better than the starting pitching that we've had, and arguably Peterson, who has had a crappy start than a good start. So I guess we're due for a good start. We'll see, knock on wood. But right now, we got Peterson, Tong, and Sproat making his major league debut. So I think that's pretty cool. Like we just saw McLean, who I believe is the best of the three. Like he just continues to just man. If there's one surprise in a good way this year, it is what McLean has become. Like I don't think anybody saw this coming. The dude and his arsenal of pitches and just the movement of those pitches. I think the way that if you get a chance, go look at those Tiger highlights and see the way that the Tiger announcers talk about him. It was like, yo, what was that? I was like, yo, it's beautiful, man. I seen him pitch against the Phillies. I was at that game and I was like in awe just seeing just how his pitches go like they look like they're in the zone and just dip off the face of the earth, and like it's awesome. So, and you could tell he didn't even have his best stuff. So for him, 4 games in, not having your best stuff, still able to throw six, I think that he could teach some of these veterans on this team, like Singa, who his body isn't moving right at the moment. Singer, go take that demotion. By the way, go take that demotion. Get your body right, because I don't know what that movement is, but go figure that out in the minor leagues, because you're not doing us any favors being up here. Honestly, you're not. But staying positive for once. Just making sure that the offense continues to hammer. And go out there and kill the Reds. Put them to bed. Kill their soul, because another team has come out of the ashes right now with San Francisco, and we gotta make sure we keep them, no pun intended.
We have a tiebreak over them, so it's basically
it's
5 games.
5 games. Okay, so it's 5 games. All right, but either way, keep them at bay too. Like let them let them in Arizona beat each other up, and I think they still got some series with the Dodgers. Even though I hate LA, at least for those series, maybe they could win a couple to keep them out of our hair. But just keep winning series, and I think we should be straight.
Absolutely. I do want to touch on the Senga thing real quick, because offline before we started recording, me and Chris were having a conversation, and he basically said that a lot of people are kind of giving him shit for maybe not wanting to take that. When in all actuality, if you look at it from his perspective, you got to understand all you know is being a starter. And they paid you to be a starter. And the Mets, on top of that, have it in his contract that it's his choice. Do any of you, well, I know, Chris, obviously, I basically just said your point, but AP, do you have any issues with people kind of taking that as like Senga being selfish?
If he stays up here, I think that you're not doing the team any service by being up here. Mendoza even made it a point to come out, and Mendoza doesn't throw people under the bus. You see how I have the light on. You see how he said that Senga was throwing non-competitive pitches. Non-competitive pitches. When your manager's telling you that in the middle, we're smack dab in the middle of a playoff push. There's no tomorrow. There's only 22 games left. You're not being competitive. If you can't be competitive in these last 22, what are we doing? So this is why I really do think that he needs to go down. Sproat should take his spot in the rotation. And I think that Holmes should go into the pen. And this is not a knock on Holmes. I think he did serviceable. But the problem is we've had enough of the 5 innings or less, and we don't have an 8th inning guy. Holmes right now could be that 8th inning guy. He could even pitch 2. We've seen him at least go 2 effective innings. Put him in the pen. Save those bullets. Because right now, this team needs somebody that's reliable in that 8th to be that bridge and get to Diaz. I think that helps out 2 things. Knock on wood, Sproat is the truth, and Singa can figure his body out, and I don't know, maybe he could come back up once he got that. But if not, then I mean, okay. If, and this is a big if, I'm not saying that we're going to, but if we get into the playoffs, would you trust Singa in the playoff game? So then what's the purpose of having him then? What's the purpose?
Right.
Being on this, that's
right now.
So
15 mil, that's the purpose. That's what it always comes down to. I'm telling you that AP, you gotta take the business side of it.
We say that, but look at what Montas did. Montas got 17 million, and we put him in the pen.
But guess what Montas did too? He blew out his arm for us, so now we don't have to pay. We don't have to pay for 2 years.
So,
yeah, we don't. No, we don't. Exactly.
Yeah, his body's not working right now.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a piece of shit just kind of looking at it that way.
He robbed us, but guess what? We don't have to see him for 2 years.
I would have sent him a gift basket. I swear to God, I would have sent him a gift basket.
He basically said, "I know I'm shit. I know I'm not doing nothing. So I'm gonna throw on my arm, and you guys don't have to see me no more. But I'm gonna make my money. All right, cool."
Nah, man, that dude threw out his back picking up a Big Mac. That's what happened.
But let me get back to the Senga thing. This is what I was telling you on top before you came in, AP. That I know people are gonna back. I see both sides on this. I'm neutral on this. But people are gonna bash him because it looks selfish. It really does, because of what he's doing and everything. But there's also another pitcher too that's kind of going through things, and I appreciate it, but he should have never came back with that injury and tried to pitch through it. Manaya, and I get it. They trying to live up to the contract. They trying to do right for the team. I get that, but sometimes you got to take the L and do what's best for the team in general. So going back to this, I went up a little bit off guard here, but going back to the Senga thing, people are gonna bash him because it looks selfish. It does. This guy's not pitching well. With the comments he made that his body's not feeling right, whatever that means. Like, if your body's not feeling right, for a guy like
why are you pitching at all?
Yeah,
right.
For a guy like Senga, that's Mr. Perfect. That everything has to be perfect for him to pitch, and you don't feel that way, then why are you pitching? Okay, I get that, but we gotta also understand it's in the contract. Like, the Mets signed that. The Mets agreed to that. So now, for telling him to go to the minor leagues, people can look at him, he's selfish, but you got to understand, like, that's his right. Like, it's in the contract. It is what it is. Like, for instance, if you're in your job and they tell you, oh, you got to go here, you don't want to go over there. Like, you have a right. You can tell him, oh, you don't have to, but tell me if you want to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing for him. So people can't, I see both sides on it. I still personally, I was telling Top this, that I think he's going to take the demotion because he gives me a vibe. And maybe I'm just reading him wrong. But he gives me a vibe that he's a team player and he puts the team before himself. I think that's the way I read off of him. If he doesn't do that, people are gonna be upset. But at that point, it is what it is. Like, you can't really be mad at him. Like, then the Mets got to do what they got to do. You know what the Mets got to do? put an opener in front of him, pitch him 1 or 2 innings, put somebody to piggyback off his starts or something like that. Because if you don't want to take the demotion, then we're gonna have to do something with you in the starts. We can't have you going these 2, 3 not competitive innings when you already have 3 of those guys. This is what the Mets have right now. It's sad to say, but the Mets have like 4 relievers trying to be starters. That's what it feels like right now.
And Singa would be a terrible reliever. So even anybody that would think about that, his first inning pitching, his ERA is always like 1,000. So he's not a great even idea to even be a reliever. We can't put him in the pen.
The problem with the Mets pitching staff is that and it's been happening for the last couple of years, they throw a lot of balls. They cannot throw strikes. And that goes for every single one of them. That's why I'm so impressed with McLean, because McLean throws strikes. His last outing, it was his first 2 walks that he's given up in the start. And it came back to bite him. And you know what he did? Himself, a 23-year-old or 24, whatever his age is, made adjustments so it won't happen to him. A rookie did that. Where are the vets doing that? The vets ain't doing that. You know what the vets are doing? They keep nibbling and nibbling and nibbling and nibbling and putting themselves into spots where they have to throw strikes where people are going to kill them. And that's the problem with the Mets pitching staff. They get scared of throwing strikes. Why is Peterson so good? When is he so good? When he's throwing strikes, pitch for contact. That's when Peterson is effective. When he starts nibbling and going for corners and all this, and keeps throwing changeups when he's not supposed to, that's when they get into trouble. And I feel like Mets pitching staff as a whole do that a lot.
Absolutely. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how they navigate from the Sproat start, whether he does have a good outing or he doesn't. Because, again, I think you guys brought it up. Carlos Mendoza being nonchalant and very honest. For example, I know we spoke about Helsley, but what he said about Helsley, yeah, man, that I was like, he said it blunt. He said that was the most blunt comment I have ever. You could tell in his face, like when he's frustrated, he looks uncomfortable. Like when they ask him a question, he's like, "Yeah,"
he kind of circles around, like he's like, well, we're going.
You know what did he look like? What did he look like? He looked like Hispanic trying to answer a question when they feel uncomfortable. That's what we do. We'd be like,
right. Yo, bro,
very true.
But just hearing the answers, he's like, yo, I don't know what to do. I'm actually putting him in a position to try to thrive, and it's not working. Like
Mendy has put him in low leverage, no leverage, high leverage, higher than higher, lower than lowest leverage. He put him in every position, and he still fails.
He made him pitch for his son's little league, and he still.
And he probably walked 3 guys there, like.
Yo, AP's son would take him yard at this point, bro.
So. I don't know. I don't know.
Bro, and if you sit down and watch his pitches, first of all, he's not throwing anything for strikes. You know what's his bread and butter? His slider. His slider, I don't know if it's tipping, but nobody swings at it. Nobody swings at it.
But it's very uncompetitive, though. It's not even in the strike zone.
So, but with Diaz, when Diaz throws the sliders, they swing at it. People swing at it because it's still a defective discrepancy between both pitches. He's the same thing as Diaz. He only has 2 pitches. But the problem with him is that when it's out the hand, nobody swings at all. Like, they know that he's going to throw a fastball and they're going to rip it. That's it. That's all they know. Oh, he's going to throw a fastball, he's going to rip it. That's it.
It's kind of like the same thing. Well, not in the same realm, but look at Rogers. Bro, guys are going the opposite way against him, and they're getting hits.
Yeah.
And even if it's not a hard hit, it's a blue hit.
But with Rogers, though, it feels like with Rogers, I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but if you look at all the hits, there's some cheap-ass hits in there.
Cheap-ass hits, right.
That, bro? How they hit that?
I don't even.
With Helsley, it's ropes. It's home runs, it's doubles, it's triples, it's cycles. They hit cycles off that guy. I can't explain it, bro. And he throws 102 and consistently. If you took out all his pitches, it's 102, 101, 102, but he just can't get nobody out.
But 100. It's 102 with no movement whatsoever.
Yeah.
It is just a straight line. So,
I'm saying if you look at the Bader situation, right? Yeah.
No, I'm saying if fastballs have no movement, you know what's coming. You're gonna hit it. It's like a
Yeah,
T-ball.
you're
You're
gonna
gonna
smack,
hit.
and that's why he said it feels like it's 90 that they're hitting. Well, no, duh, you're throwing like a fastball with no movement that they know where it's going. It's
No, but
not.
even if
I don't know. He's not a
even
pitcher. You know what it is? This is the
He's a
problem with
thrower.
this generation. He's a thrower. So all
throw.
his dumbass does is throw a fastball. He doesn't know how to locate it in the right places because you don't have to throw 101 to be good. You just gotta be able to, like, if you're gonna throw 101, why don't you have you ever seen this man throw a 101 in on somebody's hands?
Nope.
Make the dude uncomfortable. No, he throws the shit up in the zone where if they hit it, the shit is gone. Like he doesn't.
Yo, bro, he
It's
threw a slider. He threw the slider he threw to Harrison Bader, where Harrison Bader took him yards to tie the
That's
game.
your
I
homie.
was like, why? Out of everybody, I get it.
I knew that
Harrison
was
Bader-
happening, by the way, because I was like, you threw a billion fastballs. He kept fouling them off. So it's like, don't throw a hanging slap, and boom. I was like, okay.
He's ahead
Everybody
of
in the
it.
stadium behind me knew it.
He
Everybody
sped up his
behind me
bat.
was saying the same shit.
Yeah, his bat
Everybody
was
behind me was
completely
saying the
sped
same
up,
thing.
and you threw a hanging
A
slider
hanger.
in the zone. I was like, oh, okay, well,
I was
that
so
was.
mad. I was like, yo, bro, like it's baseball. It's baseball 101. Like, what the fuck are you doing,
I think
bro?
that, and I'm not a pitching coach, but I honestly do think that, like, if Hefner's worth anything, at this point, the only way that you could get this guy to be effective is like, yo, you're gonna have to concentrate on being like inside and getting these guys really. Maybe he's
Hands.
scared to throw his fastball, but you're gonna have to like start throwing. I'm thinking, to me, not north south. It's gonna have to be east west. I think he's gonna have to learn a way to be like, yo, throw your fastball inside to righties, and then once they're like thinking inside, throw that shit. Don't throw the slider, throw the fastball on the outside corner because they're expecting you to just keep throwing that slider in the dirt. So the only way you're gonna get them out is just making sure, like, oh, they're thinking that's just gonna be a slider. Bang, bang, hit him with the fastball. I don't know if he has control to throw that shit. I don't know what's going on with that guy, but he's not. To me, he hasn't shown nothing. Another guy that's kind of getting on my nerves is Soto, because Soto, the pitcher, like, yo, how many stupid like wild pitches and shit are you gonna throw that come back to kill you? Every single time this guy does, and I'm like, yo, why is it like? I don't know if it's the catching because the catching on one knee is also getting on my nerves. Like, can you tell these guys just to catch? Because I don't know if it's the catching that just can't catch the ball because they're on one knee. I don't think the one knee is doing anything for them. Honestly, I don't. And you hear all the time how Keith goes crazy about that. Not that Keith doesn't go crazy about everything, but I just feel like there is something to be said. Like, yo, what is this doing for you? Because I don't think that standing in a cross position is going to be the worst thing that you guys could do. I think it does give you more mobility to like pop up and catch something as opposed to your knees down there. You can't jump up. I don't know.
Right. Absolutely. To me, another situation I can't seem to. Well, not even that. I don't. Let's not even get to that. I'd rather get to the two kids that spark something in this rotation, and that's Nolan McLean and Jonah Tong. From your guys' perspective, what are you guys most impressed with when it comes to those two? And I know Jonah Tong, we've only seen him once, but from the 4 starts that McLean has given us and that 1 start that Tong gave us, Chris, I'll go to you first. What impressed you most about those two since they've been up here?
Bro, I know you had this on your live. Somebody said this. Bro, he got ace stuff, bro. Like,
Right.
man,
Right.
he's pitching like an ace because it's not about his pitches dominant. First of all, that's a plus thing that his pitches are dominant. It's the way his poise is at the mound. Like, he doesn't let anything get to him. Like, he walks a batter, he don't show any emotion or frustration. If you notice, if somebody makes an error or they walk or something, they lose a batter, and you could tell every pitcher that the Mets pitch, they show frustration in their face and everything. Not him. He's just like, okay, I'm just gonna go pitch. And the thing what I love about it, he did in his last start, he makes adjustments. If he knows the pitch is not working, he leaves it alone, goes to another pitch, because that's why you have arsenals. That's what they're called, different pitches. Because if you're a pitcher and you have 5 different pitches, why do you keep throwing the same pitches not working for you? This is why you have 5 pitches. You go to 5. This is why you have options. If you're a reliever, it's a different story. But for the most part, starters have different pitches. So when they're not working with it, they switch it up. And that's what he did beautifully. He walked 2 guys. He gave up 2 runs. Granted, one he should have been out the inning with a close call, whatever. But what did he do? He didn't let it budge. He didn't let it phase him. Got out the inning. And from there on, he strapped on. And he said, I'm not going to let these guys score no more. That's exactly what he did. We haven't seen that all year. Other than Peterson gave us a couple starts. And I want to say something about Peterson. If you guys notice, every time Peterson goes 8 or 9 innings, the next start, it's a bad one. So I don't know if that's a coincidence. I don't know if that's something. But if you notice, every time Peterson goes long into games, the very next outing, it's not a good one. So, but I love that. And Tong, he wasn't as dominant as McLean, but the kid is only 22 years old. And the emotion, the way he's playing, it feels like he's playing a kid sport, which it is a kid sport. This is what I don't understand why these professionals, I get it, they're getting paid money, sometimes the pressure, but you gotta, at the end of the day, take a deep breath and play a kid sport. And you saw him spinning on the mound, having fun, joking around. I get it. They give him 19 runs. You're gonna be doing the same thing, but still, the kid he was having fun, bro, and he was good for the most part. He couldn't find his pitches at first, couple of walks, but then he got into a groove and he found his strikeout pitch. And for his first outing, I think he did great. And the defense kind of let him down. His outing didn't look great, the numbers, but he only gave up 1 earned run. There are other ones that the 4 runs were errors on Lindor and Pete. Other than that, I think he did great. He did better than anybody else that we've seen lately. That's right. All I can say. Like, what these pitches, these vets are giving us lately has been straight up ass. Like, it's not even, it's no sugarcoating on it. It's straight up ass. You cannot be vets and dominating through games, and then all of a sudden you hit a wall when you hit a certain amount of pitches. And I'm talking about Manaya. Manaya hits 70 pitches. Notice his games. As soon as he hits 70 pitches, this guy's velocity drops dramatically, and his stuff looks hittable. Like, it looks like I could hit it.
Let me ask you a question on that. What do you think is the issue with that? Like, why do you think that's happening?
Well, I think, first of all, remember, he didn't have no spring training, quote unquote. And I know people are going to say that, he didn't have a spring, he came out hurt, but it's also the burn, that thing in his elbow. He's saying it's not bothering him, it's bothering him. But he's not going to say that. Because these guys they're not going to have excuses. They don't want to have excuses. And granted, they shouldn't have excuses, but call a spade a spade. His elbow's bothering him.
Dude, he's having surgery. He's having surgery after the season.
Yeah, don't be surprised. Yeah, and then he's gonna say, "Oh yeah, I was pitching through kind of hurt." He's not gonna say that now. But
breaking news! Breaking news for the Mets. Sorry, I'll let you finish, Chris. But Francisco Alvarez will be activated from the IL tomorrow, so he's returning.
Nice. Okay, there we go. Well, this kid,
Singer and his no-hitting ass can go back to Toledo wherever.
That's messed up because Singer just posted up a picture about eating the Skyline chili. I guess he could take that chili back.
Oh, he take him with him on the road. Take a doggy bag. Peace.
Well, it is official right here. I'll put the tweet up so everybody can see it.
Hey, look, that's another
major bat. That was a major bat.
Mike Puma has officially announced that Francisco Alvarez will be activated from the IL tomorrow.
And real quick, I want to give a shout out to Terrence. I gotta give this guy a shout out. This man, he had a great series in Detroit. He's been hitting very well. Unfortunately, if you notice this is happening with the catcher situation. Every time one gets hot, the other one gets hurt, or the other one comes back in the back.
His leg or some shit, and then we don't see him for the rest of the year.
And then Senger's back. Senger's like, yes.
I gotta tell you though, I do think it's really like really amazing, and maybe it's asking too much. But dude has a torn ligament in one finger, a broken finger. I mean, Jesus, and he hit a grand slam. Yesterday? it's crazy what this guy is doing. Like able to catch and hit. It's crazy, but I think he's determined to avoid like that whole I'm fragile type shit. The Mets are gonna have to figure out maybe a place to put him where he doesn't get hurt. Also, tell the man not to slide head first.
Have you guys seen this guy's fingers?
I don't think I want to. Like,
bro, his fingers are like two of mine, like this. This is how thick his fingers are, bro. That's one of his fingers, bro.
Well,
like
I was gonna say that's good for his girl, but like, let me not.
Oh, that. He has a kid, man. He has a kid, man. Like,
Yo, bro. Yeah, shout out to Macho in the building, man. Peace and love, brother.
What up, Macho?
Appreciate you, my guy. He said, Chris, FC25 is calling you. I don't even know what that means.
I don't.
Soccer. They talk about soccer, man.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Oh, yeah, y'all playing soccer now?
No, Chris stopped watching the Mets, and he's gonna start watching like European football.
Bro, you gotta take your mind off of things, you know.
Yo, I hear you, man. I've been reading books and shit. Like, shout out to I read The Alchemist because everybody kept telling me to read it. Dope book, by the way. Really, really good. I've been reading Prodigy's autobiography, which was really cool.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. It's just it's like dude lived a crazy life. A lot of crazy stuff.
The rapper Prodigy?
Yeah, from Mobb Deep. So I don't know. I just been trying to read while not trying to hurt too much with these Mets, but you know,
I've been while the losing streak was happening, I was making music. I was in the studio, so I was away from the TV.
I saw you promoting this single. You up in the club? But all right.
I was my boy's a rapper, and he kind of wanted me to get on the track to see how I sounded, and so I was like, I just do it for a hobby, just because I like the process.
You're rapping. You got Jose Reyes tweeting you. I'm like, all right, somebody's trying to become a celebrity overnight. Okay.
Well, shout out to.
Oh, and shout out to your lives during the game and the pre and post.
Thank you.
You and Randy do a good job.
Shout out to Randy, man.
They're gonna have to do more live streams because they only win when they do live streams. So
I told this guy do the damn live at work, but he didn't do it.
I couldn't. HR was in the building all day. If I was on my phone, they would have killed me.
Tell him. You should have said, Top, fuck HR. The Mets gotta win this game.
We need this game.
Yo, no, my boss keeps asking me because I had said it like a dumbass. Usually there's certain things you can't tell your boss, but my boss knows I'm a diehard. So I was like, listen, if the Mets win the World Series, I'm not coming in and work for a week.
I already said that.
Then he hit me. He told me the other day, he was like, yo, just make sure when they do it, put the dates on it, and I got you. I was like, yo, bro, I owe you. Like,
I tell you right now, if the Mets win the World Series, I'm gonna be passed down the street. Somebody gonna have to go get me in Citi Field. Like,
it's been a nice run.
I'm fortunate enough that I live close by. They just drag me to the front of my building, just leave me there.
That's it.
That's all I have to do. Yeah, just drag me home and just leave me there. I'll find my way up.
Eventually, I could walk. I could walk somewhere.
AP, listen, AP takes that walk. Chris and AP take that walk like nothing. Like, motherfuckers are right there.
That used to be the normal thing. I used to walk to the Shea Stadium. I never hopped on that. I guess in my old age now, I take the train with my kids.
Shout out to the U.S. Open. Them niggas keeping me up, cheering at 12 o'clock at night. I didn't even know games go up till that late, bro. I didn't even know.
That's how much I hate the U.S. Open. I hate that.
Yo, the traffic is so deep, bro.
It is horrible.
It's worse than Met games. It's worse.
Yeah, it is.
No, bro,
and then you can tell who's coming to the game. It's always those people with those polo shirts and like the tied sweater. I'm like, yo, man, like we're going to Flushing Meadows.
I kid you not. When we took that third game against Philly, that McLean pitched. And first of all, you couldn't get out nowhere because it was just hectic. Like it was like body to body, nobody could move. But when you get to the stairs and you're going up to go to the train, I'm like, yo, why is it so like packed?
Oh my God, we were on the train. You were taking the train at the same time.
You left. Yeah, you left. I forgot. I think you walked it, but I was taking the train. Yeah. And I just remember, I get up to the top and it's just a bunch of white people from the other side walking, and it's like one of those weak characters where you're just bumping into each other and you're just like they don't know how to walk. So then I get on the train and there's like two.
I mean, they only take one trip on the train all year, and that's their trip to Flushing Meadow Park.
It's stupid.
They circulated the calendar August.
They're like, oh my God, get your Metro card.
Yo, and then all of a sudden,
it's over this week, right? It's over this week.
I hope so. I think it ends this week.
I think it ends this week. But what pissed me off is that I'm on the train and these two white people. First of all, have you ever seen Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in season 1 where Carlton wears like the scarf and he looks like he's wearing
that's what people talk about. That's what they
so there's two dudes behind me and you could tell like they're like white. And this dude goes, "Ugh, I can't believe I have to take the train to see tennis." And then his other friend is like, "I know it's so the AC is too cold in here. It's too congested." And in my head, I'm like, "Why didn't y'all rich motherfuckers just call an Uber if you're gonna complain about taking the train?" Like I don't get it. Exactly. And they're saying it mad loud as if nobody's listening.
I never understood that they pay like $10,000 for seats to watch a tennis game, but then they take the train.
We just saw.
I'm paying that much, bro. I'm driving, bro. Yo, I never understood that, bro. You're paying $10,000 for seats and to watch tennis.
But you're gonna take the train.
Right. Yo, bro, I'm paying that much. I'm taking a plane.
If I could, I'm gonna teleport. Fuck that. I'm gonna teleport to the game. I'm right there.
Jetpack.
Eat Sampras in them. Like
I'm getting a jetpack and then being a dickhole and a dickhead and just going over people with traffic.
This dude just said he's a dickhole. I don't even know what's that. Well, he's so rich. He just made up a. He just.
Hashtag dickhole.
He's so rich, he just became a dickhole. I know if he heard it, so he was gonna bring it up.
I called myself too right after I stopped talking about it.
He's so rich. Yo, I don't even know if I want to be that rich to be a dickhole. Like, how rich do you have to be a dickhole? Like, wow.
I call myself right after that. Nah, I can't. Too much. No, before we go in, I just want to say for a Mets legend, congratulations to Jose Reyes on being inducted into the Dominican Sports Hall of Fame. He puts on for his town in Villa Gonzalez. He puts on for Santiago, and he represents the country hard. So for him to be inducted, I think is a beautiful moment. So shout out to Mets legend Jose Reyes for getting that tremendous accomplishment.
I mean, the next time we do this, he needs to be here. Maybe the way that this has been going, maybe he'll be doing it in 2027 with us.
Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, he got a loud ovation at David Wright's fucking retirement thing, and people have been talking about they want his number retired. So maybe that's the next.
Well, I got his card too. I found out I have one of his cards too.
Oh, you guys! Oh, yo, bro! If I get a chance to see him, just give it to me. I can have him sign it, so you could have a thing.
This dude, what the connections, the money, it's just crazy.
The money is crazy. No,
you gotta get Jose to sign it though, and write number 7 dickhole.
Hashtag.
Hashtag.
No, man, but
let's go Mets.
But no, what I wanted to talk about is Jesus Christ. I wanted to talk about one guy that me and Chris were actually talking about before you came in, AP, is apparently he's wearing the wrong pinstripes. But he seems to be fine in my eyes. He seems to be like he's happy. He seems to be yapping it up with Marte and everybody else in the dugout, and he's literally raking the shit out of the baseball right now. Juan Soto. Now, I don't know about y'all, but it's around this time that Juan Soto tends to like go nuts. So I'm kind of scared for everybody else in the league because apparently they said he didn't want to be here. I don't know about y'all, but
I mean, the season that he's having on a down year is about to be historical if he stays healthy.
Exactly.
He's gonna be the only one in this millennium that's gonna have 40 home runs, 30 steals, 100 RBIs plus, 100 walks plus, 100 runs plus. That's old. The last time I think that happened was Barry Bonds in 1997 or something like that.
I think Jeff Bagwell did it too. Those two guys only.
Yeah, I think those were the only two people to do it. I mean,
What I was AP,
and that's
what
a
I was
down
telling,
year, by the way. That's a
what I
down.
was telling what I was telling Top was that they told us this is what people told us. You know, we can only go with what people tell us.
Yeah.
I'm only referring to the people that told us things. I'm only listening to the people that told us. I have ears to listen. They told us Juan Soto would never put up the numbers that he did with the Yankees. And they're right. They're absolutely right. Because he put better numbers than what he did with the Yankees.
And can I mention he did it in a pitcher's park? Can I mention he's done it in a pitcher's park?
This is what people were saying. He would never see 40 home runs again. You're right. He might see 45. You're right.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
They're 100%
Now,
right.
I do want to say this. I am a little worried about Soto and his attempts to get to this shit because you could tell like how he got thrown out the other day. I was like, son, I could tell you're trying to get 30 stolen bases.
Quickly,
like I could see it. Like you're trying to get that shit like water. And I'm like, man.
But that's credit. You got to give credit to the Tigers that they caught on what he was doing.
Yeah.
But is that every team that's gonna do that? I don't think so.
Nah,
I
don't think so either.
I think he got 3 steals, and a guy that walks at the time that he like, this guy's on base 90% of the time. He's gonna get those 3 steals eventually.
It's insane. Like he really does have an amazing eye. Like he really can see like the strike zone better than everybody on this team. The people that kind of concern me right now. I'm nervous about Lindor. I think he's cold right now. Pete, I don't know where he's at. Like Pete's kind of, and like he gets lukewarm, but he hasn't been as consistent as the beginning of the year. I would really like for him to turn it on. I mean, I think Lindor's always been, to me, I feel like when Lindor is hot, the whole team like catches on too. So it would be really, it would behoove the Mets to get that guy.
I'm not worried about Lindor because in his history, I mean his career, September is his best month. Always throughout his whole career, September he always puts up the best numbers. So I'm not really worried. And plus, what do you think he's chasing to? He's chasing 30-30 too.
30 as well. Well, he's at what 20? He's at 28.
27 and 26
right?
or 27. I know he's right.
I thought he had I know he stole a base in Detroit. I'll check it now. But I thought he was like
26 and 27, or think if I'm not mistaken.
Let me check. It should be somewhere there. I mean, hopefully he could get that because that is a really significant number. Like that, not everybody's running around hitting 30.
I just want to mention to you, like,
yeah,
you probably lost count of the home run count, didn't you?
No, I stopped doing it because like I was mad at them for a minute. But I know the last time I checked, they were
went off.
They were I was like, yo, I don't even give a damn. They're losing all these games. The difference is, but the Mets hit in a calendar month. I think they hit 53 home runs, which was the most that they've ever done, and that catapulted them to over 190. They were at last count, like they were about. I want to say like 40 something home runs away from the club record from 2019 because they hit 242. So I think they're like 40 something away. I mean, there's only 22 games, so I don't know if they're gonna get that. I think that's done. Yeah, I really wanted it too. I thought if this offense would have been consistent the way that they've been doing, they would have done it. I don't understand how a whole team for like half of the year was just, I don't know. It was just not hitting.
We over here we sit down, right, and this is just a home runs thing, and it's just me off my head. I don't know exact numbers.
Yeah,
but Memo
I got the numbers for you, by the way. It is 28 steals and 26 home runs. So he needs 2 more steals and 4 home runs. Let's see if he could get those 4 and 2.
Memo got what? 21 home runs.
We have a bunch of dudes in 20.
So, yeah,
we have. Vientos isn't far from 20.
Vientos and Beatty are 5 away each from 20.
Which for Vientos, I think that's crazy. Remember, he didn't play.
Oh my God!
This is what I'm trying to tell you. That
-22.
I'm not worried about the offense. Like, if the offense keeps this up, and I get it, there's gonna be days that they go bad. It's not perfect, but if they keep this up like this, it's. I was telling Top, all the pitching gotta do is get us to a certain point in the game, and in the playoff, if they're hitting like this, we're gonna bludgeon everybody away.
I would love don't
say
that.
And tell me who in the American League is gonna scare you?
Yo,
nobody.
Chris, you saw me say
nobody.
I said it.
Yeah, and honestly, who does?
To both of you, I said if the Mets get through the NL, I think it's gonna be a movie in the World Series. They just have to. The Mets' biggest thing, get through the NL, and that's not a cakewalk. And that's not a cakewalk because they have not. Milwaukee's not a joke.
Nope.
The Dodgers are still the Dodgers, even though they haven't been playing like that. You don't want to mess with that. San Diego's scary. Philadelphia still has an offense. I mean, the NL is not a joke. And I think anybody – tell me one team in the NL that makes it to the playoffs that can't win the World Series.
Oh, everybody can.
I think Chicago, all of them. I don't think there's one team
The question is who in the AL is going to stop an NL team?
I think, to me, I still think, even though they haven't been the way that they've been, I still am nervous about Houston. I think Seattle, with their starting pitching, can beat anybody on any given night. So it really just depends on what's going on.
They've been sneaking a little bit.
Yeah, they have. I mean, I'm not scared of Detroit. I mean, their ace is a true ace. We didn't see him this series, so we could talk all this shit. It'd be different if he starts game one. I don't know who we would have to match that.
But what does that tell you? That's a perfect leeway to what I'm about to tell you. What does that tell you? That without Screwball, we exploited Detroit. Like we took them and scored 24 runs without a Screwball. So what does that tell you? Like,
I mean, in a perfect world, Screwball would pitch. I mean, in a perfect world for us, let's say we're in the World Series, he would pitch like 2 games, whatever. But I mean, if they could line it up, they could do 3 possibly in a series. So who knows?
I mean, shit. I know he's lined up to pitch a game 7, and we'll still go game 7.
Well, I mean, it depends on how. Oh yeah, with the way that they give the people like a week, he's probably pitching. Yeah, because I'm thinking about like the order, like when you have no rest. But in the World Series, they give you a week, so yeah, they'll reset, and he'll definitely go at least 3. He's definitely going game 1, game 4, and game 7. Like, there's no doubt in my mind.
The only
that
team
would be a scary proposition.
And this is gonna sound so funny because this is so true. We can deny it, we won't. But the only team that the Mets will probably face and probably will play the same and will look the same exact team is the Yankees, because the Mets and Yankees play the same exact way. We make a lot of mistakes. Our pitching is and we hit a lot of home runs. Same shit. Yeah. And their bullpen right now is shaky, just like the Mets bullpen.
The only difference I would say is that the Mets have played up to the competition and have challenged 500 teams. The Yankees haven't done that. I mean, I know they were beating Houston, but for the most part, they've had trouble with the top tier teams.
But then again, AP, the 2 leagues are so different, bro. Like the American League and the National League is so 2 different leagues. It's like all the best teams are in the National League. In the American League, it's a bunch of dudes. It's a bunch of teams that just like, you know?
Right.
Think about it. Look at the standings. Texas is there. Like, Texas is there.
Yo, the fact that you brought up Texas, the matchup on Friday.
I know you.
The matchup on Friday, yo, it's Stranger Things night. I think I may be in the building for that.
You know what's gonna happen? Jacob DeGrom is gonna push back his start.
McLean, I should say McLean.
I'll be pissed as fuck. I'll be pissed as fuck if that happens, because I'm gonna be all 3
push
games.
back his start. He's not gonna.
I'll be pissed as fuck.
I don't think they can. I think that they have to pitch him because they are fighting for the playoffs too.
Bro, he's been avoiding the Mets since like a plague, bro.
I think he wants to pitch. I think he wants to pitch in City Field. I think he wants to. I don't think that he's gonna duck it. And I'll ask you guys. I have a Jacob DeGrom jersey. I love Jacob DeGrom. Would you wear a Jacob DeGrom shirt to that game?
Well, it kind of fits in
I
my.
mean, if I had one, I own her. Yeah, I would.
It kind of fits in my sense because my Jacob deGrom jersey is black and they're playing on Friday, which is Blackout Friday. So it works on my.
I do wonder how much of the percentage of people going to the game, which is Stranger Things night, are gonna have met deGrom.
Strange. People are saying the pass the baton to McLean, but I'm like, you can't put that title on that kid yet. Like, I know he's been dominant, but let's take it to Bill, Even I'll tell you this much though.
It would be awesome if
we go to the playoffs
and beat him.
We go to the playoffs and this kid shoves and God forbid we win a World Series because of that man.
Oh yeah, awesome.
How do you feel about the fact that
he's Tom Seaver? In my mind.
Well, if we win a chip with him, retire his number. Now, how do you feel about him not facing Philly a second time? Like, do you think that
he's gonna face him? They pushed the start back.
Yeah, they pushed the start back.
I thought that they were thinking about not facing him.
Sproat was pitching Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Sproat is pitching Sunday. That's right. Because I thought that they were thinking about pitching him Sunday, so then that way Philly didn't get a chance to see him a second time, and then that way it continues to be like you only see him, like the Dodgers haven't seen him, only a few teams, and then you're going to the playoffs and you have no idea what he's throwing. I don't know.
I wanted to bring this up to y'all. Everybody talks about why Stearns never called up the kid because of the manipulation and all extra years. Don't you think? Now maybe this is just me spitballing. You know, there's a rule in the MLB that if you get a top 3 voting in Rookie of the Year, you get an extra draft pick, right? First round. Don't you think that? Don't you think that Stearns did that on purpose because he knew he had a chance to have 2 pitchers finishing the top 2?
I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that.
Over here while we're playing checkers. All right.
They're both eligible for rookie status.
Wow.
I didn't even think of that.
All 3 of them.
To be honest, I did not think of that. I did not.
Wow.
That's
so Stearns, people think about it's manipulation of no. It's really because they stay with their rookie status, and if they get votes for Rookie of the Year, they get an extra draft pick. And guess what the Mets do every year? They fall back because of the payroll. Now, if you get an extra round draft pick, guess what? That's Stearns' wheelhouse. And so far, the development has been great. So we can't knock him so far. So far, that what we've seen kids coming up, every single one has stepped up to the plate so far.
Well, I mean, that would be good.
But to be honest, we haven't seen a Stearns guy yet because Stearns these are still what's this guy's name? The old GM. He drafted
Billy Epler.
Billy Epler drafted these guys. The ones we're gonna see probably next year is this guy, Carson Bench.
Right.
That's Stearns' guy. That's the one he drafted. That's one. But if you look at the guys that he sent, and Jonathan Santucci, look at his numbers. He's dominated the minor leagues. Dominating.
Yo, the Dominican kid is killing it, by the way, too. Elian Pena, he's doing his thing.
He's a stud.
Oh my God. That guy's looking like he's gonna be the truth eventually.
Bro, they're saying that he's a Soto with his eye discipline, with his play discipline. That's a crazy comp.
We could only wish.
So a Soto with another player with a Soto icon will gotta be like the perfect mix, bro. On your lineup.
I mean, the kid is only 17, and there's already rumors that he's gonna be in the States next year already.
Holy shit!
He's already gonna be in the States.
Yeah, bro. Listen, now I know David Stearns gets a lot of criticism, but Brody, if you're doing it right, bro, you're doing it right with our draft picks.
I cannot, bro. People talk, but Brody did great. If you look at his draft picks, all the guys coming up here are all Brody's guys. Like,
let me ask you a question before. Obviously, I just want to get your predictions on the series, and obviously Sproat start, and then we could wrap it up. How you think it's crazy if they were to get Billy Epler as a GM? Because everybody's saying like we need a GM. Like if Billy.
I mean, Billy only left because of the IL BS that was coming out, and there was like, "Oh, I don't want to like be a distraction to the team." But every team does it. Every team does Phantom IL, so I don't really care about that.
Bro, all the time.
Billy's not bad. Billy wasn't bad. He drafted well. I mean, he got a singer who pitched well for the most part.
I want to ask you guys something. Do y'all know where he works? Who he currently works for?
Now?
Do you not know who he works for?
I haven't.
Doesn't he work for like I saw it somewhere, but I don't remember.
He works for the Milwaukee Brewers. He's a special advisor for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Of course, he went to Milwaukee.
Of course. Wow.
Full circle, huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I don't think he's gonna be here. And you know what? I think Stearns is the type of guy that if he hasn't got a GM yet, I think he wants to be the guy.
But are you okay with that? Like with all the things that he has to handle?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he needs help. He has too much on his plate. I feel like he has too much on his plate, and I know he has other people making decisions, and they just run it by him like typical thing. Basically the Mets have a GM, but they don't announce it. But it's not like he's always on. But it feels like it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I know they have a system in place. Like they have guys that come to Stern and say, "Oh, I think this is not." I know they do that. But I personally think they should have a GM, so that way he doesn't have to always be in the press conference and answer questions. So he can have somebody to basically a scapegoat for him and him focus on other bigger things. Like that's the way I see it. But if this guy's still doing his thing, like who am I gonna tell him, right? He's the one making the money, right?
Right. Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if he how he continues, because so far it's looking pretty good, man. I know fans are probably gonna be like, oh, well, we didn't win the division again, but we got a wild card. Motherfucker, just get me in at this point. I hate that notion.
It's like the lotto. You got to be in it to win it, right? So you got to get into
the Beggars
can't be choosers. I hate that logic, too, because, again, like I said, the expectation from me and myself only is that I had them win the division. Of course, it didn't go the way I wanted it, but it's like, listen, the fact that they're still in contention to get in the playoffs, I'd rather that at this point.
I just don't understand how drunk this team got. Like I'm trying to figure out this team's season. It doesn't make no sense. We started off really well, then out of nowhere they just said la la la. Like they just said whatever, and they just got bored with it. I don't know what happened. Then all of a sudden nobody can pitch. I don't understand. Like this is the craziest, and this is why like it's hard to enjoy the regular season the way that the Mets have been playing the regular season, because you know that there's going to be ups and downs. I understand that. But the way that this team goes about it, it's not like, we had a losing streak of 3-4 games, but, we're winning series and whatever. No, the Mets go off a cliff. They're like, nah, we're going to lose every game this month, and then we're going to turn it on late. But now nobody can pitch, so now we got to hit 1 billion home runs just to. I'm like, what the hell is this?
I mean, I'll call it out on Chris as much as probably Chris don't want to hear it. So after we won our 7th straight game, Chris was the one that said, "Watch them lose 7 straight." And look what happened.
So
but he's been a fan. He knows.
They're not predictable. You know what it is?
I get it why you said it. Like I was like, no, it's because it happens all the time. But I just started laughing because I was like, yo, watch.
Let me ask you, so what was probably Top was too young at 06.
Oh man.
But what was like the easiest season to watch? I feel like 06?
It was 06.
06 and to a certain point 2022. To the end. The end was stressful.
2022 was at the end going to Atlanta.
Series after. It was just it got to a point, AP, where you knew we were going to win series.
In 06, I felt the most confident ever. Like, I was like, yo.
Oh, no, 06 was like.
And let me tell you, at the end of 15, I remember September was nuts.
We clinched 30. We clinched 30.
We clinched in Cincinnati. Cincinnati. But I remember the Mets were losing a crazy game in Atlanta, and it was a Sunday, so I was like, oh man, like we had a streak going on, whatever, and Gary was like, well, and then I was like, well, I guess I'll put on the football game, whatever, and then I turned back, and Gary's like, who are these Mets? And I'm like, yo, did we just come back? Like it was like bang, bang, bang. We tied it in the ninth. I think we eventually lost that game, but like after that, I was like, oh shit, like we could like. There's no lead that's safe against
It
us.
was
I
that
was
that
really,
that moment that we beat Washington
no.
after the trade deadline was when I was
Yeah, we
like,
talked
oh
about
yeah.
That was
I
the
said
here
yeah.
moment.
No, because it's not even that. It's the fact that as soon as we lost that series to San Diego and the way we lost it
Oh,
after the rain
yeah.
delay, every single person said, "Oh, guess who's coming now? The first place Nationals, who are red hot." I was like, "Oh, motherfucker!" And then the trade deadline happens. Then you get the entire. What happens after that? The Wilmer Flores walk off. Then us sweeping them, and I was like,
No.
"Yo, they went on a roll
But
after that." It was
this is
literally
why I asked you guys, because if you notice, every year that the Mets go to playoffs, there's always some magical run has to happen for them. That's why I say which one was easier. The easiest for me was '06 by
Oh
far.
06 was the most
It
dominant. It was the
from
most
the
dominant.
number
But
one.
we didn't
since
have
the-
nobody
Yeah.
in '06. There was no competition in the division.
Yeah.
Everybody sucked in the
Since
division.
day
all year.
one, we were leader of everything.
And
But
offense was so
22
killer, man.
I would-
22,
yeah,
I say was easy only until the last week, obviously because we lost the division. But if
Yeah.
you think about it, it was a breeze too. Like we were winning games.
yeah,
Like
no, we were slapping teams left and right.
Yeah, and that 22 season, it could only happen to the Mets that you win 100 games and come in second place. Like I was like,
Oh, my
holy
God.
shit! Well, what other division do you win 101 games and the shit is like a whack
I
season
think
and you get beat out in the playoffs?
I underestimated 15 though, because I do specifically remember, people that I was hanging out with telling me like, "Yo, are you not understanding what you're going up against?" And I'm like, "Whoa, the Royals?" They're like, the Royals that went to the
The
World Series
Royals
last
were
year."
yeah,
Like,
I didn't want to face the Royals. I was so.
I didn't want
If
to
you
face them either.
remember in that playoff, the Royals were playing Toronto, and Toronto was about to knock them out. And then the Toronto mayor or something like tweeted some dumb shit like, "We're going to the next round." And right after that, it was a wrap. I was like, "Yo, I don't want to see." They just lost to San Francisco. Like I was like, I don't want to see a hungry, like aggressive Kansas City team. They just doing a lot of pesky stuff. I was nervous about them. I'd rather have seen the home run swinging Toronto Blue Jays. I felt like they were easier to
I
beat.
think we had a better chance. Like our pitching, I think our pitching would have hold up better against them. Because
I
remember, the Royals were pesky. Remember this Escobar from the
Fouling everything off and
first batter was annoying.
yeah. Rest
again,
in
I
peace,
was like,
Sam. By the way, rest in peace. Like,
Oh, Ventura.
Ventura. Yeah, yeah, I was like, yeah, it's definitely. It would be typical for me to underestimate this team, and then game one, the first fucking at bat, you'll see this Escobar hits a
but that to this day, I still don't understand, and that's why I've never been a fan of Terry Collins because I just never believed in that dummy. How do you not put the Gold Glove center fielder in center field when you're in the American League Park and you can put Cespedes as DH? I just didn't understand it.
He tried to backhand that. He tried to backhand.
And he kicked it like he was playing soccer. I was like, yo, man, what the hell are you doing? And we still could have won that game, but you know.
It went to extras. We had tied it. It was 4-4 when we tied and we went to extras.
We're winning the game. We're winning the game, and then
the game. Oh, right.
And Jerry says, "Let me quick pitch you."
I mean, they again, and to the point, it wasn't like we got our asses kicked to a certain extent.
No, and ironically,
we
the
lost game
we got blown up is the DeGrom game because DeGrom, I guess, was exhausted by that point. But yo, I just don't get mad over this shit. I don't even want to talk about this shit no more.
But hey, I'll give you a quick story about that. This is why I think I'm the problem. Why the Mets will never win. While I live in
Chris, you're never gonna watch it.
Sorry, I'm letting you for all the Met fans out there and everything. Is my fault. You know why? Because that year I moved to Florida for 6 months, and right when they were going to the playoffs, I ended up moving to Florida. And when they went to the playoffs, they went to the World Series, and they lost when I came back.
You gotta be in Florida the whole October.
Yeah, you gotta, bro.
Yeah, you gotta go to Florida.
They lost, but I came back. So,
do you have extended vacation time that you can use for a month?
Yeah, so that was my fault. So I always say, it's my fault, man. My fault for 2015.
Well, with the Red Series coming up, and the matchups the way that they are, We got Peterson, Tong, and Sproat. I don't know what to expect from Sproat. I really don't know what to expect from Tong. Peterson, I don't know. I don't know what to expect from any of these guys. And not for nothing, we talk about the Mets offense. If you saw what the Reds did against Toronto, the Reds offense is on fire right now too. So what the hell is gonna happen? What's gonna happen in the series?
I'll tell you this much, bro. It's gonna be a bloodbath, like I told Top. It's gonna be a lot of run scoring because the first pitcher that's pitching, of course, has to be a lefty. Because why wouldn't it be a lefty? Because Mets love to hit lefties, right? So they're gonna is a lefty, but he has the highest fly ball rate in all of baseball. And what do the Mets do? They hit the ball very hard in the air.
And that's a bandbox, by the way.
Yeah, so. Exactly. So this is why I told Top I could see Soto hit number 40 in this series because he's gonna go in that park. All he has to do is hit in the air. He's gonna probably hit a home run. And the way he's hitting the ball right now,
it's a small ballpark.
It is.
That's not a big ballpark.
Peter Alonso got good numbers there. I think Alvarez got good numbers there. I don't know about Lindor. I'm not sure about the Lindor. But I know P has good numbers there. I don't know about Soto, but I know P, Alvarez, I think Memo does too. I'm not mistaken.
That right field is so like it just looks like you could just smack anything over.
Listen, if these guys hit the ball the way they're hitting, the Vientos hitting fly balls and everything, they're gonna run into a lot of runs. The problem is.
So what are you thinking? You think that they could do it? You think they could?
I think they could win 2 out of 3. I wouldn't say easily, but I think they could win 2 out of 3. And if they want to get greedy, I could see a sweep because remember they don't know Sproat. They don't know Sproat. Nobody knows Sproat. This guy's gonna be pumped up.
Don't know Sproat.
Yeah, he's gonna be pumped up, but guess what? He's going against Hunter Green, and guess what he does too? He pumps fastballs too.
Yeah, he
does. Guess what? Guess what the Mets are? The Mets are the best hitting fastball team. The numbers say that the Mets hit fastballs more than anybody. So
yeah, but since Chavez told them to hit fastballs, they've been hitting fastballs.
Now all of a sudden Chavez is tweeting fans out and saying what's up now. But hey, listen, he has every right to. Like, we're shitting on him. He has every right to shit back. And if the fans are mad about that, you were giving him shit. I'm sorry. He's just talking shit back.
Right, so you're saying 2 out of 3 with the possible sweep. What about you, Top? What do you think?
I say 2 out of 3. I say 2 out of 3. I think Peterson kind of gets back in his in shape after getting his ass kicked against the Marlins. I think he comes into the situation he shoves. I think he'll go 6. I think Jonah Tong might be in a little bit of a different situation because he's on the road. I could see 5, maybe 6, depending on how his walks are, and he doesn't give up a lot of hits. Other than that, if he's in control, I could see 6 from him. And then Sproat, I could probably see him giving up a lot of hits just because he leaves a lot of balls in the zone. And again, you're talking about a good hitting team like Cincinnati. But I can also see him keeping it to like a 1-run game. Because of like what Chris is saying, that plays a factor when you've never seen that kid ever in your life. They've never seen Tong either. So again,
that's why Tong, I like the odds on that one because
that's right.
What people say about Tong is that he has a weird delivery. So
if
you never seen that delivery and the way he throws, it's probably gonna be different to them. So I don't know that game right there is like a toss up. Peterson's the one that scares me the most, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he has a high ground ball rate, but I don't know what Peterson we're gonna get. Like,
that's true.
Is he gonna be the nibbling Peterson or the aggressive Peterson? I don't know.
His ERA is over 7 the last 7 games, so he has it's not good. It's not good. Well, hopefully we take the series so we can put it.
Listen, AP, we'll win if we don't put Helsley in the game.
Yeah.
Leave Helsley
I think Mendoza should just tell him, yo, we don't even want you in the clubhouse. Go to the hotel. You're lucky you even flew with us. Just stay in the hotel.
Isn't St. Louis around Ohio? Like, can he just go visit his friends a little bit? He could feel like more at home.
Just go. Get out.
Or maybe have a trip, like a day trip over there. Be like, yo, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
Just go, bro. Just get out of the center.
He just gotta get out.
Yeah, man.
I feel like if he has one good outing, like dominant. Remember his first outing as a Met? He dominated. 3 strikeouts, boom, get out. I was there. I know.
We haven't
Yeah,
seen
ever
it
since
since.
that day, nothing, bro.
Now all he is a walking run.
Oh man.
Well, to be fair, they all give up. The only one that doesn't give up runs like that is Soto. But this guy, every time he comes in, he gives up a run or two, like fucking Rogers. He always
By
gives
the
up
way,
a
I'm
run.
gonna need City Field to stop ringing the bell every time he comes out until he.
Yeah, I don't need to
gets
see
hurt.
that ever again.
Yeah, I don't need to see that, man.
Every time he pitches, it really is help, but not for the other team. It's for us.
I'm sick and
I'll tell you
tired of
this,
it at this point, man.
if he gets a great outing, let him ring the bell all he wants.
Listen, you know you.
He can change the song to "Ring My Bell."
Yo, you just got Chris singing, man. Well, you don't see that
Oh
every
my
day.
God.
you know you suck so bad when your entrance starts and they're still booing you. They're still sucking their teeth. Like they're only recording just to see the features. They're still sucking their teeth because they know what's about to happen. That's how bad this guy's been, bro.
We should have got Durant.
Oh my God! Yeah, no, we should have got Durant.
Exactly.
We should have got Mason. We should have got,
We got Mason. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Hey,
Right
money.
now,
You know what happened with Mason, right?
Now I really wish we
With
would have got
Mason,
Mason.
right? You heard the story about Mason, right? Mason Miller.
Well,
That the
wow.
Mets had the best offer. That
Yeah,
the
I heard about that.
Oakland A's was gonna trade with the Mets, but then San Diego, of course, the cop blocker AJ Preller jumped in at the last minute and gave up his
Gave
top
him
prospect.
the top prospects from him. Yeah.
But the
I
Mets
heard
had the best offer. The Mets were this close of getting Mason Miller.
Yeah, they
Very
were about
close.
to pull the trigger, and then the
They had the best offer, and
San
then
Diego
AJ
said,
Preller wanted
"We're gonna give
the
you our
top
best
prospect.
prospects for him," and they did.
Wow. Okay.
That would have been
Wow.
well.
That would have been a difference maker.
But think about it. Let's just say we made that trade and Mason Miller's pitching like Helsley. Then what?
I mean, then again, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
get it.
well, I don't know. I mean, Mason's been doing his thing in.
No, he's good. He's good, man.
Yeah, he's been doing his thing in San Diego.
Well,
You know what I think is going on with Helsley? It's the New York thing. I really think that's what's really going on. It's the New York thing. He's not
I think
used
it's
to
the loser thing more than anything else. I think he doesn't get amped up.
Because remember, his first outing was great. Like I said, everybody was cheering him and everything. As soon as he had that one bout outing, everything went off. Everything went.
Well, if you remember that when he shit the bed the first time, he was like, "Oh, I just don't understand the eighth." I really do think
that's what irked fans.
I know, and I think that to me, I think it's more a cerebral thing. I think that he's a creature of habit, it seems like, and like the fact that he's not coming in the ninth, he's acting like a big baby.
So, bro, you
and
know what they
he's
should
just
do?
throwing
You know what they should
the
do,
way-
AP? They should switch the scoreboard where he pitches. Oh, look, it's the ninth.
Yo, you're coming in the ninth.
You're pitching the ninth now.
Yeah, Chris ain't shit, bro. Chris ain't shit.
You got that save, but why is the game going on? Shh,
Yeah.
don't worry about
Like, no, it's extra innings. It's extra innings.
City Field should not be playing his theme song. Don't change the colors. Matter of fact, just turn it black with no sound, nothing. So you don't even see the
They
light.
should turn off the lights and not let us see. Like we shouldn't see him.
Right.
It should be all dark,
No,
and he just goes in the
he
dark.
should have the John Cena entrance.
Nobody can see me.
Can't see me.
Oh my god.
Nobody wants to see him. Like,
No, nobody does. Well, on that crazy note, I really do hope that the team. I want two things. I want the kids to keep pitching good. I want them to be consistent, so they give us a little bit of confidence in this pitching staff because we need it. Like I have like zero confidence right now on this pitching staff. So fingers crossed we could do that. Fingers crossed we could beat the Reds. We got that 4-game series in Philadelphia. Yeah, I know Philadelphia won today. I was hoping they would have lost, so I would have brought it down to 5, but it's up to 6 now. So I don't know. It's gonna be a big series in Philly because even if we're not getting the division, we still got to win these games to stay in this fight. Because
we gotta stay close. We gotta stay close to San Diego.
I would love to overtake them, man. Honestly, I'm telling you this. If the way that it is right now, let's say the Dodgers end up in the last position, and the last team in the wildcard has to face them, I would much rather, not saying that the Chicago Cubs are a pushover or anything, But if I have to take my pick between Chicago and LA, I think I'd much rather face the Chicago Cubs. So I think it behooves the Mets to try to pass San Diego for that second wild card at least. I really wish we would have got the damn home field advantage because I see how they play in New York. It would have been really dope to host some series, but it is what it is.
Yeah, man. Well, let's see what this weekend brings for us, because that's like Chris said. I think Chris said it perfectly. That's gonna be a bloodbath. But I appreciate you fellas, man. I appreciate the 116 that came in on this lovely Thursday. Hope everybody that are parents that are watching, hope your kid had a nice and safe first day of school. Yeah, man, let's get ready for this weekend. Brandon Sproat is officially up here. The young three.
Sproat down your throat.
Officially here. Yep. Sproat down your throat.
Sproat down your throat. Don't become a dick hole.
I was gonna say it. All right.
Yo, AP was about to say it too. AP was waiting for it.
Oh man.
Yo, Tom, that was funny,
Pleasant evening, everybody.
Yeah, yes, very pleasant evening.
Yeah, very pleasant. Don't be no dickhole.
But we appreciate everybody, man, that comes in and support, man. Without y'all, this wouldn't be possible. We appreciate y'all. Let's go, Mets. Let's get ready for a nice weekend of feisty baseball, man. Appreciate y'all. We'll catch y'all in the video. Peace.
This is SNY's Gary Cohen, and this train ride is over. This is the last stop on the train. Please exit onto the platform. Thank you for riding with us.
Joe.